How to send mass emails and go to spam. I'm going to explain that. Please subscribe and like this video, and I'm going to share some knowledge, and you're going to know how much it's going to cost you to send massive email campaigns. Emailing is something that's going to be very specific for a lot of groups right now. There's a lot of changes in the industry, and while it's still legal to send cold emailing, it's going to be different, it's going to be tougher, and it's going to be harder to send emails going forward. I say that because there's a lot more regulations coming in. There's also a lot of filters now that companies use, and they kind of blacklist the entire domain or IP address range, and you're not going to end up in a inbox. So what's happening when you used to send through something like Woodpecker, everything used to go to inbox. Right now, nothing goes to inbox, and the reason that is because they kind of get the IP range, the IP address from the server itself, and they block it, and they're not going to send anymore. You're not going to get anywhere. So the solution to that is to get something like this. This is a private server where you can send emails. There is two private servers that I offer. There is the slow sending server. It's not slow, it's just slower than the fast sending server. I'll explain both. And the thing with this is that if you have a targeted list, you can get high open rates. So you can get something like MailChimp open rates. We warm up the IP addresses. We kind of send emails to our own Gmails, Yahoo, Outlook. Plus we buy and use paid warm-up services. You can research in Google paid warm-up services, and you're going to see paid inbox services, paid SMTP services, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. But the main thing is, if you have a clean list, under 1% bounce rate, if you don't have any spam traps in your list, you can actually send really good campaigns through private servers like this. The cost of private servers, if you know how to send yourself, starts around 150 bucks. If you have a send for you, they start around 300 bucks, depending on the volume you're gonna send per week. There is also another way to send emails, and it's very similar to this one. It looks very similar. It's Interspire. I'm going to show you that in a second. Let me just open it up. It's a bit different, but it sends a lot faster. So the difference is that server kind of gets blacklisted right away. So this server, I've been using this server for a long time, and the IP address on this server is still whitelisted, and you can check that by going to mxtoolbox.com/blacklists, and you can just enter the domain without HTTPS. And what's going to prove is this, and I'm going to show you the difference. It's going to be amazing. So I'm listed on this one, and that's actually this this blacklist. They usually block by the IP range. So there might be somebody on my host that has the malware or something on the website. So this is not important. I'm still gonna end up in inbox. But if you take a look at all the other big ones like Rats or like Spamhaus Zen or the others, I'm whitelisted, and that's really good. And I've been sending, as you can see, I've been sending a lot of campaigns. Let me do this so you can see all the campaigns that I've sent. And for a lot of campaigns, when you think about it, I have 20, 26, 22% open rates, 12, etc. And there is 1% open rates. That depends really on the list. But it does not mean that it's not a successful campaign. For some things like construction owners and things like that, when you get a few people to click and go to your website or send you a file or whatever else, you can make a lot more money from even low open rates. It really depends what you're offering and how these people react to your email campaign. So if they're expecting something like, hey, they need to go to a webinar, or you want to show them what you can do, or you can help them, then the email campaign is going to be a lot more successful, if that makes sense. But if you're just offering something like, hey, like, I'm offering marketing for, construction businesses, it's not going to be as good. You got to have a name in the list. It makes it more personalized. You got to have things like, their company name. The more you can use what you have on the list, the better it is. So if you can have that, if you use that, it would be perfect. Now, Fast Email Server, I'm going to show you that as well. Fast Email Server is something that you can use for really fast email sending. Now this is blacklisted all over the place. That's why it's saying all this. So let me visit this unsafe website. It's actually unsafe now because the blacklist is through the roof. I mean, we got blacklisted all over the place. And I'm gonna show you that in a second. And I know it's blacklisted because I've been sending campaigns through this server. And as you can see, Spam House, SEMfresh, it's all over the place. So we're blacklisted on the major blacklist, and that's not good. So as soon as you're blacklisted here on the Spam House DBL, Spam House Zen, and others, it's all gonna go mostly to spam, for example, or not even end up in spam. See, that's the thing. A lot of times you can send maybe email campaigns and it's not gonna end up in spam. Now these servers are great if you want to really push some really fast campaigns and send to like 100,000 emails within like few hours, or send to like 500,000 emails within a day or so. It's perfect for that. It's gonna get blacklisted within a few hours, but it's gonna send emails, and it's gonna go to inbox as well in the beginning. So so that's the thing. It's inside a lot of blacklists, and it didn't finish for some reason. Let's do it again. It's probably in a lot more. Yeah, there we go. So this is off the hook. This is really bad. So this server, if I send again, so let me show you. I sent 2 campaigns, and this is a fast sending server. It's good for a week. But as you can see, first campaign and the second campaign, I'm going to show you both campaigns. It's going to give me this, and that's fine. You just click here and then visit this unsafe website. Because it's unsafe, it's blacklisted all over the place, but again, it's fine. This system is called Interspire. The other is MailWiz. If you have a targeted list, I would suggest using this one. If you don't know what type of list you have, this is cheaper. It's going to cost you $150, and you just log in and send a lot. It's very simple to set up. It's very simple to upload the list. I have videos on that as well. And then you can blast as many emails as you want. Just blast it out. Just send to all of them. It gets blacklisted. It's fine. You don't care, etc. I've sent 2 campaigns, and they have been okay. You can see here they have bounces. On the second send, it does not have bounces. So it does clean up the list as well, which is good. So if you have some bounces, it's going to clean up the list. So basically, it takes, depending on the server, again, this is just a test server, it took 9 hours to send 164,000 emails, but there was blocks, meaning that server had to stop because there was bounces and there was problems. People complain as well, so we got to make sure that, you know, that's cleaned up. But for clients, when we set up unlimited speeds, really fast sending, and you can see the open. So when you send 160,000 emails and you have about 1,000 people opening the email and clicking on the email, you can actually click here and see who opened in the emails. That's also, and this guy, for example, opened twice. That's good. So we had, my client had a lot of replies from this email campaign. And here, as you can see, there is a lot less. So second time sending with all the blacklists, everything, you cannot expect the open rates to be any good. But you can still get some results. So we have 0.34 people that opened the email. So you can do this to filter, and you can do this to retarget all these people, because you can actually select and export all these results. And you say, okay, so we had about 1,000 people open the emails, minus the unsubscribers, because do not send to these guys ever again, minus the unsubscribers. You can retarget them anywhere you want. So these people, you know, open the email, they saw your logo, they saw your business, you can easily retarget them. You can also do another thing that's amazing. You can actually keep on sending to those that did not open the email. But this type of server, fast sending server, for something like, hey, I'm going to send a really fast campaign. It's going to be sent within, you know, a day or two, and I'm just going to blast out as fast as possible, and that's it. So these are the fast sending server. They get blacklisted really fast, but you can send to a lot of emails. And it takes about, as I said, depend on the server. You can take anywhere from 2-3 hours, and depends on the for example, the size of your email as well. If the HTML email is huge, it has a lot of graphics. This one was really big. It's gonna take longer time to do it. But if you actually have something really light, text based only, or something similar, it can take a lot less time. So there is a lot of things that go into sending emails. So this is an amazing server. Again, if you just want to test the list out, if you want to test the cold emailing, if it's for you, $150, and you log in, you create a campaign. If you do it for you, it's $300. Now, these servers, they start at $300 when we send, but it's a lot more expensive depending on the amount of emails we use. If you use transitional servers, if you have a lot of Gmail, Yahoo, etc. But these servers end up in inbox, which is really good. Again, it really, there's a lot of things. It depends on the list, it depends on the open rates, it depends on a lot of things. But if it's a good list, you can expect good open rates. If it's a bad list, you can expect less of the open rates, but still you can get replies, you can get business, you can grow your business this way. So it's really good. And you can actually set up weekly campaigns and send once. This is a monthly server where you just keep on sending, and we keep on replacing the IP addresses if they get blacklisted in domains. So you don't care about anything except sending on your part, and we do it all for you. And if it's sent for you, again, it's 300, starting at 300. And then if you want something more advanced, if you want relay, SMTP relays, meaning even more inbox for Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, etc., it gets more expensive. So again, if you need servers, cold email servers, there's going to be a link down below. Visit my website or book a meeting with me. Let's go over your needs, and I'll show and explain everything in detail so that you know what you need exactly and how to send cold emails. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like. I'm gonna do a lot more of these videos. If you have any questions, or put them in the comments below. If you wanna know more about cold emailing, I've been doing this for 15 years. I've been sending for a lot of industries, and I know that cold emailing works. Cold emailing makes you money. It just depends on a lot of factors, and sometimes cold emailing is not for everybody. To be honest, a lot of clients that came and they tried cold emailing didn't work out for them. It's just because cold emailing does not work for specific industries. You're looking at, for example, real estate industry. They get 20 cold emails per day easily, plus 20 spam emails. That's like 40, 50 emails per day. If they're big, if they're brokers, etc., they're getting a lot of spam every single day. They're not going to open your spam again. They're not going to open your cold email. They're not going to go into that because they get too many emails anyways. But if it's a specific industry, it can work. Or if it's a specific, really good subject line, their name, etc., it might trigger them no matter the industry. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.